How are you?
I'm fine.
How is everything?
I'm good.
You are good? Okay. Me too, I'm fine. So my name is Grace Wawara. I'm a student in the Bachelor Art program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. So I'm conducting this interview as my part of academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview and use the information government and you. I'm also working for contribute project. This interview will be used to create government and you and submit to College for America so that my project will be evaluated. This means that this report will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stated in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the evaluation and College for America staff will have the access. So, do you have any question? Okay. Do you give consent to be interviewed and recorded? Yes.
I, Ivan University, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a part of a student academic work.
Yeah. Thank you, Yvonne. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions and you may respond them. First question is asking, what are the 3 branches of the government?
The 3 branches of the government. I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah. It's okay. The second question, what does each branch do?
Actually, I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah, it's okay. The third question is asking, Democrat and Republic are the major parties. Can you name the third party?
For sure, I don't know.
For sure, yeah, it's okay. The last question is asking, what is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law?
I don't know.
Don't know? Yeah, thank you, Yvonne, for your participation. How are you? I'm fine. Okay. My name is Grace Wawara. I'm a student in the Bachelor Art program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. So I'm conducting this interview as part of my academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview and use the information government and you. I'm working for contributing the project. So the interview will be used to create the government and you and submitted to College for America so that my project will be evaluated. This record will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily started in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the evaluation and College for America staff will have the access. Do you have any questions? Do you give consent to be interviewed and recorded? Yes. I, Dinamo Telefon, I give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as part of the student academic work. Yeah, thank you, Dinamo Telefon. So, the next question, I'm going to ask you what are 3 branches of the government? You don't know? Okay. The second question is asking, what does each branch do? Yeah, it's okay. You don't know. The third question is asking, the Democrats and Republic are the major parties. Can you name a third party? Actually, I don't know anything about it. So you don't know. Yeah, it's okay. The rest question is asking, what is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law? Don't know. You don't know? Yeah, it's okay. You did a good job. Thank you for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hi everyone. So my name is Gracia Wara and I'm Kepra student at Safi New Hampshire University. So I'm now going to talk on the project called Government and You, which is under the goal called Contribute to Society. So with this project, I'm going to talk on to spawn different questions, and so those questions I'm going to respond them by using different resources. So the first question was asking what are the three branches of government. So the three branches of government are legislative, executive, and the judicial branch. And so these branches play different importance or benefit. Where legislative make law, make law, and it make with Congress constitute of House of Representative and Senator. So also by an addition about this branch, so these three branches of government. So as I mentioned, so in the legislative branch, so is made up of the House of Senator, known collectively as the Congress. So among the other powers, the legislative branch make all laws and declare war, regulate interstate and foreign commercial, and it also control taxing and spending policies. So the following, I'm going to talk about how the following legislative branch organizations. Those branch organization legislative branch are to architect of the capital, which is on abbreviation is ROC. Also Center of Legislative Archives, National Archives, and Records Administrations. There is Congressional Budget Office, CBO. Also there is Government Accountability Office, GAO. Also there is Government Printing Office, GPO. And there is Library of Congress, LOC office, and also there is Office of Compliance, USA Senator. So in executive branch, in also more about this is a second branch which is executive. So in executive, it consists of the president, and it consists of the president and her advisor, and different department and the agencies. This branch is responsible for enforcing the laws, and the following are executive branch organization and the agencies. Those executive branch organization agencies are the Executive Office of the President in the White House. Also there is a President Cabinet, federal agencies, and independent federal agencies and commission, USA government. Also there is the Federal Information Center, FIC, and the USA Job. Those are the branches which are consist into executive branch. So in judicial branch, it consists of the USA Supreme Court and the Federal Judicial Center. So based to the according to the Constitution, the judicial power of the United States, it invests in one Supreme Court and in such inferior court as the Congress may from time to time. So in order to to ordain and establish the Federal Judicial Center in education and research agent for the federal court. So about the question which asking how or what does each branch do. So with the legislative branch of USA government, this branch how it do, it means that it support or help to draft USA government to propose law and confirm or reject presidential nomination for heads of federal agencies. This implies that this branch helps to select or to choose the roles from those drafted. This branch provides American citizens or American people the right to vote. It gives the American people to vote for senator and representative through for free and confidential ballot, as mentioned by USA Resource. This demonstrates that how American people have the right to vote for senator for free, and this most important and benefit for USA people since those people got the opportunity to share their idea, in the shout of their feeling about voting, because they have the right to vote for free. It means that because everyone have right to vote for free, so this branch allow them, and this help them to vote for free, sharing out their feeling, their idea in voting action. So this help them to choose a leader who can represent them based on their interest or benefit. Also, furthermore, in executive branch, it carry out and enforce a role. It includes. This means that it includes president, vice president, and cabinet. With this, they are key important that executive branch play include in those are in those important. They are it include the president, where the president lead the country, and he also president, he also be ahead of the state, leader of the federal government, and commander in chief of the United States Armed Forces. On the side of the vice president, it means that vice president used to support the president. It means that if whether the president is unable to serve his responsibility, it means that the vice president become that vice president become as president and share support and do what president was supposed to do. Also, because for instance, if president don't have time to do that thing, it means that vice president is going to work in time of or in place of president. So and become president, and cabinet members serve as advisor to the president. They include the vice president, head of executive department, also, and other high-ranking government official. It means that much of the work in the executive branch is done by federal agencies, departments, committees, and other groups in government. By jumping on the how judicial branch do in USA government, it interpret it demonstrate the meaning of the law and apply law into individual case, and decide if law is violating the Constitution. Also, this demonstrate that this branch, judicial branch, this branch, it means that this demonstrate how this branch put in application the law to individual case. Based on the House resource, I read that all the branches are connected because they help to ensure or to know if the government is executive and if the people's rights are protected. Are protected. I can say this because the legislative branch helps to make the law, also executive carry out the law, and judicial branch apply the law. All these practices are created and connected. So for the USA, especially for the and have role for the USA people, and because help them to ensure to know that USA how the USA people rights are protected in a real way. By jumping on the question which is asking how the three branch connected, so those three branch are connected because with check of the balance, each of the three branch of government can limit the power of the others. This way, in this way, no branch becomes too powerful. It means that they used to balance, and each branch take the power of the other branch to make sure that the power is balanced between them. So this, as I read this from the InfoPress resource. Also, for example, of this, the process of how the law are made is a good example of check and balance in action. This is because the legislative branch introduce and vote on a bill. Then after the bill goes to the executive branch, where the president decide if they think the bill is good for the country. If they realize that the bill is good, then they go ahead and sign the bill and select it, because select it to be selected and become a law. On the other side, if the president does not believe the bill is good for the if the president does not believe if the bill is good or can help the country or USA people, even USA government, so he does not sign, he can't decide to sign that bill. Here, legislative branch get a chance to create a law. With enough votes, the legislative branch can override the executive branch vote, and the bill becomes a law. Once a law in place, the people of the country can press it through the country system, which is under the control of the judicial branch. Also, if someone believes a law is unfair, a lawsuit can be filed. Lawyer then make argument for the for and against the case, and a judge decide which side has presented the most convincing argument. So this can show how the each branch used to control another branch. So another one is asking democracy and republic, and the Republicans are the major parties. Can you name a third party? So about this question, the third party are Mino. So how did the two-party system start? So they started as Federalist and the Anti-Federalist, read by Jefferson and Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton believed that for the United States to be successful, it would have to be formed in similar way to the British imperial model that has been so successful. While Thomas Jefferson he believed that a central treasury and national arms would endow the central government with too much power, that one economy driven by financial would be reckless gambling. So he also shared his thought by saying that he will also shared his thought a strong president would, by saying that a strong president would be no better than a Polish king. A reference to the Polish tradition as the aristocrat erecting their monarchy from among their numbers. This come from the source, historicity resource. What the impact do FAD, Mino party have a national policy. This third party may also help voter turnout by bringing more people to the polls. Or third party candidate at the top of the ticker can help to draw attention to other party candidates down the barrel, and also helping them to win local or state office. The next question is asking what is the basic process by which a bill becomes law. About this, after both the House and Senate have approved a bill in identical form, the bill sent to the president. It means that after both House and Senate have approved a bill, it means that a bill identical form, that bill they used to send that bill to the president. If the president approved of the registration, it's signed and becomes law. It means that if president receive that bill, then approve it and sign on it, it becomes law. If the president takes no action for 10 days while Congress is in session, the bill automatically becomes a law. Thank you very much. I'm now going to demonstrate more about two things, and those are third party and describing them, and how a bill become a law by explaining the 9 steps that it passed through before it comes a law. So about this, before jumping to this one, it means that those, as I mentioned, those I was mentioned above, was the response of the 4 questions, which where the individual or the people I was interviewing didn't be able to respond them. So as I said, I'm going to jump on this. The example of minor party in USA include the Libertarian Party and the Green Party, Constitution Party, and other that have less influence than major parties. The Libertarian parties used to support or raises fair policies and small government, and is the characterized by being social liberal and fiscally conservative. The Green Party is a progressive party that emphasizes eco-socialism. This implies that the Green Party is continuing to emphasize the thing that cannot affect or harm the environment. While the Constitution Party is a socially and fiscally conservative party backed by religious right. This mentioned that the Constitution Party is socially and fiscally modest party responded by religious right. So this is the process that show how a bill become a law. I found that there are 9 steps that a bill passed through before coming a law. So the first step, the bill is drafted. With this step, both senator and House of the representative who have an idea for a law can draft the bill. This idea comes from the Congress members themselves, or from everyday people and advocacy group. So the second step is the bill how the bill is introduced. So once the bill is drafted, it must be introduced. It must be introduced. This most main thing or important since once a bill is introduced, and it can found on a Congress, which is official government website that track federal legislation, and this implies that or mean that this Congress also government can assist the to track what legislation make with this is representative is and with this, if a representative is a sponsor, the bill is introduced in House, while if senator is the sponsor of the bill introduced in the senator, and this shows or explains how the bill drafted, introduced based on where it drafted. So about the third step is the bill how bill goes to the committee. With this step, as the bill was introduced on the second step, as I just mentioned above, so it passed to the committee after. It means that, as I mentioned, after the bill introduced to the second step, it passed to a committee, and here both the House and Senate have a several committee composed of group of Congress members who are particularly interested in different topics such as health or international affairs. This committee should be there to help in judging what is good or best for committee, and also if the committee does not act in that bill, it means that the bill considered to be a deal. So on the fourth step is a subcommittee review of the bill. So with this step, the subcommittee are organized under a committee and have the five specialization on a certain topic. It means that the subcommittee are arranged under committee and have more and direct specialization on certain topic. With this committee refer the bill to subcommittee, for study and their own hearing or thinking. Here use their own hearing and thinking about that certain topic. Here subcommittee may make change to the bill and must vote and refer a bill back to the full committees. So about the fifth step is how committee markup of the bill. With this step, when the hearing and subcommittee review are completed, the committee will meet to mark up the bill. This means that the committee will meet after finding what comes is the subcommittee reviewer, so that they can certain up a bill. And also this means that the committee can make change and the rewriting prior to commanded a bill to the full. With this, if a committee vote not to report a registration to the full chamber of Congress, the bill does. While if a committee vote is in favor of the bill, is reported to the floor. So the sixth step is voting by full chamber on the bill. With this step, once the bill reaches the floor, there is additional debate, and members of the full chamber vote approve any amendment. To mean that when a bill reach on the floor, there will be additional debate about that bill on the from the members to that the full chamber can vote to approve any amendment, and also here the bill is passed and defeated by members voting. On the eighth step, the bill goes to the president. After that, I mentioned above, it means that the bill goes to the president. With this step, after both the House and Senate have approved a bill, it then conform directly. The bill is sent to the president. After the president received them, president approves the registration, and and signed and becomes law. Here, this means that if a president take on action for 10 days while Congress in a session, bill automatically become a law on the and this means that if a president oppose the bill, they may vote the bill. This comes from Genome resource. So the last step, which is non-step, is overriding a veto. Or here, if president votes a bill, Congress may attempt to override the veto. This implies that when the president denies a bill, Congress may attempt to overbalance the veto. So if both Senator and House pass a bill by 2/3 majority, the presidential veto is overruled and bill becomes a law, as mentioned by Genome resource. Thank you all very much for hearing my video. Yes, as I say, thanks for watching this video, but for more information about how the bill comes below, you can see the following 2 images explain more about how bill becomes law. You find more about how the bill introduced in the house, so then after it referred to committee, and committee send it to subcommittee, then then after it can refer to floor action, debate and voting. Then after the conference committee work out different new vision sent back for approval. Then after, the president can sign into law or vote. So you can see more about those images, you can read more about that, how bill becomes law. So overall, start within an idea. You can see how the bill goes to the committee, how the Congress debate and the vote. You can see more about how presidential action about that. When bill reaches the president, he or she can also approve and can vote. Then president can reject the bill and returns it to Congress with the reason for the veto. Then Congress can override the veto with 2/3 vote of those present in both the House and the Senator, and the bill will become a law. So you can read more about those 2 charts in order to know more about how the bill becomes a law. Thank you very much for watching this video, more about this government and you project. Thank you.